Avatar: The Way of Water is out, and I see you, James Cameron. 13 years ago, the first Avatar movie came out, and I have not seen it in that long. I remember liking it, but it was a distant memory to me. I rewatched it leading up to this movie, and I'm glad I did so I can remember everything that happened, and I still honestly enjoyed it. And for a 2009 movie, if you told me this movie came out a few years ago, I would believe you because it still looks really good. But how does the sequel live up to all the hype? Well, James Cameron, you deserve all the praise. Honestly, this movie is in my top 3 best movies of the year. This movie takes place years later after the first movie. Jake has made a family and is living a happy life when, you guessed it, the humans are back and they really want the planet. Colonel Quaritch is back for revenge and he is donning a new Na'vi body with a bunch of other Marines. The main story to this is pretty simple. They want to take out Jake and his family, so they flee to save their people to escape the humans. But it's all the separate stories that are sprinkled throughout this film that really make this movie that much better. Things like family bonding and always looking out for each other, feeling like the odd one out from your family, and just wanting acceptance from your father. The story of the youngest son really hit me in the feels in this movie because I am also the youngest son in my family. Learning and growing in a new community and the friends you gain along the way through trials and tribulations. It's not just a rehash of the first film. Once we get to the Water Tribe, we really get to know the kids and there is tons of character development here. Sadly, Neytiri, or Zoe Saldana's character, kind of takes a backseat during this, but she definitely redeems herself in the final act where she has some badass moments during the last fight scene. Everyone does a fantastic job in this with their voice acting and their motion capture performances. You really do end up caring for these characters. It's funny because we're human, but the ones in this movie are very destructive and almost all of them are evil and have no remorse for the Na'vi people, so you end up rooting for the Na'vi to win. The CGI in this is masterful and it's so beautiful down to all the small details they get in this movie. Like, this is some of the best CGI I've ever seen in any movie ever. There are so many beautiful shots in this movie and the world building in this is out of this world. The amount of detail they put into this movie, from the creatures to how they live in their tribes, from different communities, and just everything in general, this is how you do world building. It is just so great. Avatar is a spectacle and you really need to see this on the big screen. I enjoyed every second of this film. It has heart, it has soul, and the action was so fantastic in this. The end fight scene was so visually engaging, it was so great. I mean, most of the action throughout this movie was really good, but that end fight scene is probably one of the best fight scenes we've gotten in a movie this year. I honestly didn't think I was gonna like this movie as much as I did, but this is why I give Avatar: The Way of Water a 9.5 out of 10. If you guys like this review, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more, hit that follow button. And as always, thanks for watching.